Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to my little wrap-up show for Comic-Con. As everyone knows, I already did a couple of trailer reviews for Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and Justice League. Well, this is just a little wrap-up video of everything that was shown at Comic-Con, and I figured why not just go ahead and talk about it. First thing I want to get off my chest is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There was no trailer involved in this whole entire deal at all, and James Gunn said that it's not even finalized or anything like that with the trailer that they showed at Comic Con. So they wanted to go ahead and wait until he releases it so it can be actually perfect. And I actually agree with them because some people are going to end up saying, "Oh, the special effects don't look that great" or anything like that. And I think that this movie's going to suck because the special effects are not added or anything like that. So therefore, it's a good thing that James Gunn just wants to go ahead, doctor it up, edit everything out, put the special effects in there, and therefore we have our trailer so that way we can watch it. So I don't see anything wrong with that. And then the confirmation that Ego is going to be played by Kurt Russell, I think that's an excellent casting choice. And I can't wait to see how they're going to do this because now he's actually going to be a planet instead of an actual human being, and it's a little bit different from what the comics are. And I'm not going to pretend that I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Guardians of the Galaxy comics because I don't know that much about it, other than a couple of the stuff I read on Wikipedia whenever the first movie came out. And I actually did a couple of little things with the bio thing whenever I was working for a comic book page at the time. But Sylvester Stallone's also in this movie as well, and I don't know what his character placement is going to be, but it's going to be interesting to see how Sylvester Stallone is going to be in it. And everybody's saying, "Oh, that's kind of new news." For me, it's not really new news. It's kind of old news in a way, in a sense, because pretty much he was already on the set whenever they actually came up with the news story before they confirmed it. But still, it's still good news to actually see that Sylvester Stallone is actually going to be in this movie, and we don't know exactly what his character is going to be or how he's going to interact with all these other characters. But hey, we're just going to have to wait and see how that goes. Another thing I want to talk about is the King Arthur trailer. At first, I'm like, what can they do with King Arthur that hasn't been done before? They have a bunch of stuff between Merlin, The Sword in the Stone, the other King Arthur movie that came out in 2004, which they kind of really did a little bit of a different story type deal with it, but still it wasn't a great movie. Then Charlie Hunnam comes in there from Sons of Anarchy, and he ends up hiring my expectations just a little bit to spark some interest in this movie because I think that this movie is going to be really good. He's actually removing the sword from the stone. You actually get to see images of war coming through, and you're wondering where this movie is going to go. So I'm kind of interested in King Arthur to see where it goes, and I'm actually interested to see another trailer after this one. And then we're going to get into King Kong Skull Island. Now, this is going to be a reboot from the 2000, I want to say 2005 version of King Kong that Peter Jackson did. And to me, I didn't really care for that reboot that much, but it was still a pretty decent movie if you wind up getting rid of a couple of key things here. What I mean by that is if you get rid of the whole entire deal where they're on a boat and they're on a boat the whole entire time, and then they cut through where the island is, I think it would have been perfect. You can actually get rid of the 2.5 hour mark, and then you can actually end it up like maybe in an hour and some more minutes. But that's just my take on that. But this trailer actually sparked a lot of interest in me because I'm like, okay, he's supposed to be fighting Godzilla in the next Godzilla movie, I think in 2017 or 2018, somewhere around that marker. But still, the ape looks a whole lot bigger than the Peter Jackson one, and even bigger than the old King Kong movies. Although the special effects are a whole lot better than they are now. Before the new effects took place now, but still, this movie looks really good. I have to say that for myself, I was actually having some low expectations on it, and the best thing is I don't have to see King Kong die because I'm tired of seeing King Kong die crawling up to the Empire State Building, him falling. Because now we know that they're going to have a shared universe with Godzilla, and these two monsters are going to be facing off each other, and they're going to collide. So that's going to be interesting to see. Um, as for the season 3 trailer for The Flash, I have to say I actually enjoyed seeing the season 3 trailer because of the fact I'm a huge Flash fan. But after what Barry Allen did at the season finale of it, where he's actually starting where he ended up jeopardizing the whole entire timeline all over again, and therefore you have Flashpoint. Therefore, everything that was done. Is going to pretty much everything that was in his own timeline is now gone, and now we have a new timeline where he destroyed it, and now he's stuck where Joe doesn't know him. Then he has to reintroduce himself to his daughter and everything else, and he's trying to figure out what to do with that situation. And to me, the best thing to do with it is probably he's going to have to go back in time again. And the only downside to this whole entire show is everybody is pretty much the Flash on the show, and I feel like you need to have some key character developments and stuff like that for certain characters to be a Speed Force. That's just my own take, though. That's the only small thing that I have with this show. But, you know, that's debatable and everything. If you guys agree with me or don't agree with me, that's cool too. But that's just how I feel about it. But, you know, it is what it is. Then I'm going to talk about the season 3 trailer for Gotham. It ends up reflecting back to the other episode on the other season and everything, and then it jumps into the new season, and I think it's actually going to be pretty interesting to see where they're going to take this whole entire deal, because it's going to be the Court of the Owls plot line. And I actually read the Court of the Owls comics, and I actually enjoy it. To see that on Gotham is going to be interesting, but I also wanted to see it as a movie rather than on a TV show. But I guess, you know, you can actually do a lot with a TV show versus a 2.5-hour movie, because you can develop your characters, you can develop a plot point, you can also build that tension up until the season finale. And I think it's going to be something that's going to be great to see for the first time ever, as far as a DC show goes. The Walking Dead trailer, it was kind of a letdown in a way, but of course you also have to expect, hey, we're not going to see who got hit with Lucille until the new season starts out. And for that and everything, I cannot completely understand. We want to be suspense. We want to know what happened later on. It jumps into, to me, it jumps into a lot of characterization where you have a lot of character build-up through all the seasons to where they got to that certain point they are now. And I have to say, I actually enjoy that a lot, because we actually get to see these characters grow from season to season in a trailer. Then after that, it jumps into little small scenes where we actually get to see the tiger. We actually get to see people from this other world that Carol's at. And Carol's actually acting like she's an innocent little person, but we all already know that she's not an innocent little person or anything like that. She's putting on that innocent act like she always does. And of course, you know, she's going to wind up turning into a whole badass towards the end of the season, as always. That's a little bit predictable, in my own opinion. But still. Then I want to also talk about Iron Fist. The Iron Fist trailer didn't really show too much. It actually shows a little bit of the origin story. It showed a little bit of what this show is going to be about, a little bit of the tone. But still, it was actually a pretty decent trailer for what it is for a teaser trailer. I also have to say, the Defenders trailer, all we saw was a bunch of letters and stuff like that, and each person's, basically, each person's character matches the color of the Defenders logo, and that's it. And really, that didn't really give me too much, but I love the Nirvana reference and everything in the trailer, because I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and I like Kurt Cobain, and I like that kind of music. But other than that, it didn't really give me much to actually say I'm excited for it, but I can't wait to see another trailer. And then the Luke Cage trailer dropped, and that trailer was even better than what I thought it was going to be. We actually get to see where it came from. We actually might get to see him and Iron Fist work together, because they were buddies in the comics. And then you also have to see how he became the way he is. So with that being said, I'm actually excited about everything that dropped at Comic-Con this year. And if everybody's wondering who won what, to me, we as fans won. DC win, did Marvel win? It does not matter. We win because we winded up getting all these awesome trailers. We won because we got these new stories. We had the confirmations coming in and stuff like that. So maybe in a couple of months we actually get a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer soon. So I'll be reviewing that whenever it comes in. And then this weekend I'm also going to be reviewing Lights Out. So stay tuned for that. And do me a favor, guys. I want you guys to go on ahead and give me the thumbs up button. Subscribe at the bottom of the screen. And then I also want you to share this video. If you see anything that you like, share it. Share it with your friends and everything, because I love doing these videos for you guys. So, Until next time, bye bye.